Hi everyone, I've been asked to do a few videos if I could about what I do in my lessons, and here I've got Abby, who we worked with her yesterday and then I actually did a playing lesson today. So here she is on the left hand side with the down the line view on what she was doing. Hands were coming out too far away from her body, club was coming out and her head was moving towards the ball this way. And then as she got towards the top, her right arm would get a little bit too far behind her, so you could see too much of the inside of the right bicep, and then she'd get stuck and drop the hands down inside, so the right elbow is stuck there, and then the path of the club was too far from in to out. It was coming out around +7, +8 with a 7 iron. And she was finding that she was hitting blocks and big hooks. And so with that in mind, that was the problem. So then saw the path that was that. And then what we did was we tried to eliminate this drop. But this drop, in my opinion, came because the hands were coming too far out. And then kind of getting a little bit of a rounded movement here. Like that. So they come out, get behind, stuck, and then drop down. And now the left arm is too far across the chest and not pointing back towards the camera. Then stuck underneath and then releasing the club a little bit too early too. And then the path's out to the right. So on the right hand side from the face on view, stance was too wide in my opinion. And she'd move off the ball. Her head would go a little bit too far to the right, with lateral movement with a 7 iron. Then you can see here the right arm would get stuck, coming down, releasing the angles there, getting a little bit too shallow, and then through the shot. And you can even see the right foot sliding because of the lateral movement and the stance being too wide this way. So like I say, the big problem was the path too much into out and not getting the control. And so we had to work on that. That was the main thing we worked on, trying to get the path and then try and get the face to match the path. So what we did, the first thing we did was, you can't see from this angle, was to narrow the stance just a little bit, and I'll show that from face on in just a moment. But I got this alignment rod under our right armpit. Also tried to get her hands a little bit further away from her thighs at a dress. This one didn't quite work out as I would like it, but just a little bit more of a gap there would have been perfect. But the older swing on the left, sorry, you can see the hands moving out this way. So that was basically the first position. Then on the right hand side, she's trying to keep these hands a little bit closer to her thigh to start with, so she's doing pretty good there. Then they come out a little bit more than ideal for me, but still getting to a pretty good position halfway back. So even just going back to this first position, you can see they are in just a little bit more with the hands, so that's good. And then like I say, it gets into this halfway back position, a little bit better there than here. And so the right shoulder is working better now. So with the alignment stick, you can see getting this first movement, then as she gets to halfway back, she just touches it with her left arm there as it gets to about parallel, just in this position. And then going to the top, too much of that inside of the right bicep showing, so just pulling the right elbow too far towards the target behind her. But then on the right hand side, moving the club in a much better position, going up to the top. And I got her to stop here and keep the connection under her arm with the stick, because momentum would make it go a little bit further with a swing, because this is just a practice swing. But when she let go of it, she would pull the right elbow too far back. Plus on the downswing, I wanted her to keep the alignment stick touching the left arm like this way, so the hands wouldn't just drop down independently. So now she's getting into a better position, coming down here and holding the club back. into that position there. This is just a practice swing, but she did this a lot and getting in a much better position. So I'll get to show you kind of where she is halfway down now there compared to where she was before, about there, too much inside. So overall, she just has to keep drilling this drill, doing the right moves. She was getting it a lot better and a lot better. So get to the connection in the right arm, then this left arm touches the alignment rod up to the top, and then try and keep that left arm on the alignment rod for as long as you can to here, and then down. You can see the path, how the path would go left. It's a bit exaggerated in some of these movements, but you can see what direction she's going to be going in. So just to show that swing a little bit quicker, up to the top. Right elbow, in the right shoulder in great position there. Down and through. Whereas on the left hand side, the path got underneath and out to the right. So this is just from the face-on view. You can see just narrowed the stance a little. Got the alignment stick under the right armpit again. And from the left hand side, the original one, to just moved off the ball a little bit too much there. This one on the right with the alignment rod, get a little bit more connection, and then the left arm is going to touch that stick at this point. So that's great position, up to the top. And the biggest difference, because the right shoulder and right arm is in good position there, then obviously on the left hand side, just kind of releasing the angles. And then on the right hand side, with it, trying to keep this left arm touching the alignment rod so it doesn't fall away. Get much better movement there, coming down into the ball. Obviously this is a drill, no ball, no speed in it, but just to get ideas of where to go in the body and the arms, what kind of feelings to get from it. Later on she took the alignment stick out and away, and she was getting it better and better. It's just going to take some time, but it's played today, and the back nine hit the ball really well, because really started to get a good feel for it. She's got a lot of tournaments coming up, so we just needed to try and get some kind of a feel, not to get too many thoughts in her head. But this on the right hand side, much better. Like I say, narrower stance, getting better position here, and then trying to hold that left arm on the rod there, coming down towards impact. So much better.